Chris, did you forget anything?
I don't think so. My bag feels a little light, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just stronger.
So we're off to Norway. This is not the last minute trip. We've had this planned for a long time, but what is last minute is we added one company. So we were originally going to go there and see Hegel and Arendal Sound, and then we added Electrocompaniet on. We've never been to Arendal or Electrocompaniet. We've been to Hegel a couple times, but then suddenly at the last minute we got Audio, and I know almost nothing about Audio, just a little bit now because I saw them at the Warsaw show, but we still know almost nothing, and we're jamming it into the 5 days we're there. I think this is the first time we've done features at each of 4 companies.
I think that's the last trip of this bag. It's been 20 years of travel.
Best bag ever.
Underdog.
So how was that lounge though?
Oh man, someone smelled so bad in there. Like, you could see when the guy walked past people, like everyone would kind of like nervously look around like, am I the only one smelling this? Like, no, we all smelled it.
Doug found his people.
The car they gave us is way too small.
Doug, increase the car budget.
After landing in Oslo and getting some sleep, we hit the road in our tiny rental car and tried to escape downtown, which proved way harder than anticipated. Driving in Oslo is like trying to find your way out of a hedge maze, and Jordan and Doug bickered like an old married couple the whole way over directions. Once we got to Hegel, we met up with Anders, Bent, and the team, and we got to hear their new DA converter in action. We heard some very convincing A/B listening tests, and then we set up the cameras and we got rolling.
So we're at Hegel right now. The design facility, listening room, we're shooting brand new, day 1 filming.
Hegel was actually the first company we traveled to visit back when we started these videos 10 years ago. Their facilities have grown, they've got lots of new products, but you can see the same passion for this stuff that they had back then. We got their
A potato thing. This is Anders, why don't you tell us what it is? It's some sort of potato-based thing.
Yes, potato-based tortilla. Hot dog tacos. We got, oh yeah.
Is there dust?
There's always dust out.
Blast on this blast though. Serious. It sparkles a bit. And it sparkles and it looks like dust. So can you tell a sparkle from dust?
I could tell a sparkle from dust.
Chris Chitteroni in a dynamic pose shooting the new D50. Our video of this is online now. So we wrapped up filming at Hegel. This is my 2nd time here. Chris's 3rd time here, and Jordan, it's your 1st time here, right?
First time.
We just had one product to deal with, which was quite easy then. So we interviewed Anders Ertzide, the international sales guy, and Ben Olter, the founder of Hegel since 1988. This company's been around, and it's in this big research building. It's just a small section of this big building, but it kind of indicates the kind of research and whatnot that goes on at Hegel to create the products. Really cool, innovative company. Something I didn't realize. Bent designed digital to analog converter chips back in the 90s, not for audio, but for the oil industry. Cool tidbit. I'm greatly affected by darkness. The amount of daylight, I feel good when it's lots of it. Darkness, I feel depressed when it's not even 4 o'clock in the afternoon and we're at Hegel, but this is the building. But it's already dark. They barely get any sun in a day.
Takes it out on us.
What just happened there, Doug?
There was a curb. There was a fucking curb.
This is the worst driving experience in my life.
But he was going to go over a curb.
This is the worst driving experience of my life. There's 3 drivers in this car and only one of us have a steering wheel, but everyone has an opinion. Driving with you two is the worst.
Saved them.
We feel the same way.
Saved them from running over the curb.
Cheers.
Yeah, we have to do.
That night we met up with Anders and had a few drinks before going for dinner, and then we took a walk around Oslo. Don't want to take a header. We walked up on top of the Oslo Opera House to get a good view of the city skyline along the sea. And these are the amazing perks that come along with traveling with these companies.
Day 3 here, going to SIAS, the driver manufacturer, because that's the driver manufacturer that makes the drivers for audio speakers, that company we know little about, but we're going to find out a lot about.
Another bright sunny day in Norway.
This is the most color you see here.
It's ironic that we joked about the darkness in Norway because after a few minutes of driving, we got to see some of the most amazing views. With the perpetually low sun illuminating the lakes and forests through a low fog, it was absolutely stunning. Next on the tour was stopping at Seas in the town of Moss to meet up with the guys from Audio. We got a quick tour of the facility, which could have been a video feature all on its own. This facility seems to do it all. We even shot an interview in their anechoic chamber where I had to stand on some bars, which were the only stable part of the room where I wouldn't make the camera shake. Not the most comfortable place to stand. Then we got to work filming some really cool Norwegian speakers. The next leg of our journey had us boarding a ferry to get to the town of Arendal.
So we're on a ferry now because we just got finished filming at Seas, but we weren't there to see Seas, the driver company, famous Norwegian driver company, but most people say Audio, but it's Audio. They use Seas drivers in one of their speaker models, the Frigate 2, and then they assemble their speakers at Seas. It's interesting, they got two completely different types of speakers. One's a little three-way speaker, one's a two-way horn-loaded speaker. So it's rather interesting, but they're obviously trying to do a really good job because not only are they using good parts, they're using a chamber for proper measurements and all that sort of thing. So it'll be interesting how it turns out. And now we're going to Arendal via ferry because that's the only way to get there, other than if we went back to Oslo, we could do a road from there, but the ferry's nicer. So the trick to these trips is making every minute count, and we kind of subtly misjudged a dinner reservation with Arendal the first time we are going to see them. It meant rushing from Seas via the ferry to wherever we are right now, to the hotel to get to the dinner, and we'll make it to the minute.
We met the team from Arendal for the first time, a very friendly crew. We sat around, drank beer, talked about speaker design late into the night. A perfect evening.
So we're at Arendal Sound in Arendal, an industrial park, but check that out. That's their logo on the building. And we're going to shoot for the entire day here and learn all about how they made those 1528 loudspeakers. I'm going to dig in.
Arendal was a highlight of the trip that Doug had really been looking forward to. The mystery of how this company upped their design game with the release of their newest loudspeaker line was something Doug was really interested in learning about. And for me and Jordan, we were just excited to shoot these great-looking speakers.
Yeah.
There's no easy way to say it. I screwed up big time.
So, Chris damaged a speaker. Okay, I think this is the first time we've ever done this, but he dropped a lens through the baffle, the edge of the baffle, scratches, and holes. And we're sorry about the speaker that Chris broke over there holding the camera. He feels very bad.
Yeah, well, like, we'll just charge you, you know.
Oh, yeah. End of the day at Arendal, car full of bags, additional bags, but a fantastic day at Arendal because we came here not knowing much about the company as usual and kind of suspicious of the company in the sense of they made a big change in the way they make speakers. But man, do they know what they're doing, and they do have a world-class product range, and really impressive. You'll see it in our videos, which will be on YouTube now. And now we're off to Electrocompaniet. It's nighttime, really not that late, 5 o'clock, but it's a 4-hour drive. And by the way, 5 o'clock, it's pitch black. And how efficiently we have to run on this trip, we're doing a transfer right now.
Yeah, we didn't have enough time to actually do the transfer while we were listening to the speakers. So I'm racing against the battery life because I didn't charge my laptop last night. And we're trying to transfer everything over as we go.
Norway is land of tunnels. Right through the mountains, keeps you level, and there are just endless supplies of them. We're at Electrocompaniet. It's quite wild in that it's different than I thought. I knew that they're associated with another company, and the ownership has a single owner who owns both the companies, and this other company is West Control. which does the manufacturing of it all, and it's a real high-tech manufacturer. You're in Norway with all kinds of equipment, and they make products for all kinds of industries, including defense and other things, and it's really cool.
They do F-35 stuff here. How cool is that?
I'm putting on a grounding strip. I don't put a brake the first time. Jordan got his okay.
Electrocompaniet was very impressive. The sheer amount of production going on in that facility was completely unexpected. Norway is doing some really cutting-edge stuff when it comes to manufacturing. We also learned that everything Electrocompaniet sells is made in Norway, from the highest-end electronics all the way down to their easy living consumer-level stuff.
Almost like, so these are Electrocompaniet preamps. I don't know what model, but burning in for 24 hours. So first day of filming at Electrocompaniet is done. That's the manufacturing facility behind me. I didn't realize everything they're making in Norway, down to the cheapest stuff. I thought the cheapest stuff, the easy living stuff, was going to be made in China, but they're making that all in Norway.
After wrapping our shoot, we met up with the audio guys and we walked downtown Stavanger to eat at a great little fish restaurant.
We're going to the Fiskadorget. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Personally, I love eating fish when you can see the water from the restaurant's front door. That's how you know it's fresh.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Cheers.
Our second shoot day at Electrocompaniet, we focused on getting additional B-roll, as well as getting interviews done with the audio guys for the video we had shot at SEAS a few days before.
So we're wrapping up here after 2 days at Electrocompaniet. Really cool company. Great manufacturing. Interesting design. And that'll come through in the video because we got some design details in the electronics I don't think people know. But what's really cool, this is kind of a piece of Electrocompaniet history, is called the Nordic Tone speaker. It's been discontinued, but it was released almost 10 years ago, 2015, 2016. Looks like a nice design for no diffraction and stuff, and this cabinet is cast aluminum. It's heavy as hell. And I don't think enough people know about this product, and some people who see it now will probably remember this product. But anyway, great 2 days, and it's off back to Canada. Stavanger Airport, done. 4 companies, 5 days, possibly our busiest trip ever in terms of how much we had to cover, how quickly we had to cover, but it's our last trip overseas, at least for the year. One more trip to Montreal, then next, probably the United States.